Well, that was a quick turnaround. Hey friends, hey guys, welcome to the vlog or video, whatever this is. I made a video that you've already seen probably, that I'm heading to my first psychiatrist appointment. I'm actually need to go right this second. I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I don't know what to expect. And trying to get Ella in with a child psychiatrist to help her with what she's struggling with really inspired me. Ella always continues to inspire me. It's really inspired me to try and take care of myself so I can take care of her and help her the best way I can and help my family. So I don't know what to expect, so I'm just gonna go and we're gonna figure it out along the way, but here we go. I just got out of my appointment. It went so well. I have answers, I have medicine to start, we have a plan in place. Was in there a couple hours maybe. It was a lot of like questions and talking, and I have anxiety, which, hello, duh. I have anxiety and I have ADD, which is like wild to me. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I'm like, in my mind, ADD is something totally different than what it actually is. But our plan of action is to start with my anxiety. So I have medicine I'm starting Vibird. I'm starting this, and in a month I have to go get an EKG and get medical clearance to start the treatment for ADD in a month. She wants to get my anxiety under control and then go from there. So I have a lot to process. I need to like drive home and call my mom. It's a lot to process. Like anxiety, duh. Like duh. We all know I have anxiety. The beautiful thing about psychiatrists is like, it's not just like the generic, like there's like 3 medications that most doctors, primary care physicians will put you on for anxiety. And I've literally been on them all. Lexapro, Zoloft, Prozac. It's like the typical go-tos. The thing with a psychiatrist is they have so much more access to information and meds and understanding of how meds work and how they work for certain people and how they'll work for someone like me. We talked about my binge eating. We talked about literally everything. She's amazing. Her name's Kelly. She's so great. It's a lot of information. I feel super hopeful, and I haven't felt like that in a long time. So I start this medicine today, and I have to get an EKG, which that's interesting. But she said, I guess the medicine that they would help me with my ADD is a stimulant, so they want to make sure that my heart's okay. Let me process this and head home to my babies. I have attention deficit disorder. I feel like a 6-year-old boy. I feel like for some reason that diagnosis to me is like what 6-year-old boys get diagnosed with, like hyperactive 6-year-olds. But she's like, oh no, you check every box. You have it for sure. But I also have anxiety, and anxiety, I can't be treated for anything else until that's under control. So very interesting. Hi guys, it's been like 4 days since my doctor's appointment, and I was like, oh, I'll just pick you up when I get home. I did not pick you up when I got home. I did not pick you up when I got home. So like I said, I think I said I've been diagnosed officially with attention deficit disorder, which is not technically, I guess, in the DSM anymore. So it's technically ADHD and attentive. So I don't have ADHD hyperactive. I have ADHD and attentive. Diagnosed with ADHD at 31 years old. Like, what is that? It's been a lot to process. It hasn't. I mean, I've always known my brain worked different, but I honestly genuinely believed that I was just like intuitively lazy or like manic. A little, like I was either like doing nothing or doing everything. There is no in between with me. Like I'm either doing everything or I'm doing nothing other than just trying to like nail my thoughts down in my brain. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Like I don't think it does. Like my brain, it does make sense. I talk really fast. There's that too. My brain sometimes, a lot of times, most times, lately especially, feels like there's 1,000 thoughts going at the same time, and I'm constantly making lists of my thoughts of like what I need to get done, and I just get paralyzed and I can't do it. And I try really, really hard, and like people who don't understand how I'm feeling, and they can even struggle with the same thing. They're like, just do it, just get up and do it. And like, I do just get up and do it. I take care of my kids, and I'm a very strict with their routines and making sure that they're good. But it's like when it comes to doing things that I need to do for me, it's like near impossible. It's sometimes. I don't know if this is making any sense. I have ADHD. I had no idea. My mom, she feels really bad, and I hate that she feels bad. She's like, I had no idea, because I have seen psychologists my entire life, and they're like, hey, she's got anxiety, and like, duh, which I do absolutely have anxiety, and that's what we're working on for this next month, is to get my anxiety under control so that we can move forward with ADHD treatment if I want to take that route. I'm nervous a little bit because ADHD treatment typically involves stimulants, and that makes me a little nervous. I do have to get a EKG done and medical clearance to make sure that I am cleared to take kind of medicine like that. I don't know if that's for everybody, but it is for me, and I appreciate that, because she's like, I don't want to put you on medicine for ADHD right now, and it sends you through like the freaking roof. So bless her for that, because she obviously noticed as we were talking that I am really struggling with anxiety. I have been hyper focused on this pandemic since 2020. And I chilled out a lot this summer, and I was like feeling really good. And then like Delta up here, she came in like a wrecking ball and started getting kids sick. And I think that's why it really turned for me, is like kids are getting sick. So I'm not even gonna go down that road, but she realized it's my anxiety that is really taking over right now. So we're managing that. I'm 4 days into medication. I don't obviously feel much different currently at all. It takes time. She did say that this medication in particular will take like 5 to 7 days, and I'll start to notice a difference. There's obviously side effects, like my tummy isn't great. I just don't feel like my best. I'm a little extra tired, whatever. So I am processing. I've like, I don't know. It's nice to like understand my brain a little bit better. I did terrible in school until the final hour, and they're like, hey, you're not going to graduate, and I pulled straight A's out of my ass. I pull a lot of things out of my ass, you guys. Like, that's why doing YouTube it started as like a hyper focus, and I was like, I'm gonna do it because I love YouTube. I love consuming YouTube. I loved YouTubers. I've watched YouTube since I was 16 years old. I absolutely love this space. Facebook, I love you guys too, but I really loved making content. I was doing 2 videos a day. If you're OGs, you know. And I was a bit manic back then. Like, a lot of people tell me, your personality, like, you're a little quieter right now, like now than you were when you started. It was really high energy. That's because I was like amped. I was super excited about it. Not that I don't love what I'm doing, but it's pretty like obvious when you look back at older videos that like I had really high energy, and I was almost masking a little bit, like I was overdoing it. And now I'm just like my genuine authentic self. I've always said what I felt and like have been honest, but like I was extra back then, like super extra, and I can still be extra, but there's so many different facets to my personality and the way that I am. And I think a lot of it has to do that I've struggled with mental health for so many years, and it has shaped me a little bit into the person that I am. And I've gotten really lucky that I'm able to, you know, get the help that I need and move forward and help myself, because I do need help. And that's what I got a lot of emails. That's why I'm like putting this video on. I'm like, yes, I have a diagnosis. This is what it is. I have ADHD. I'm a grown woman with ADHD. I didn't know that was, like, I knew it was a thing, obviously, but I just didn't think that would be my thing necessarily. I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense. I think Ella struggles with it as well. It's so hard to get into a psychiatrist, especially a child psychiatrist right now. Wow, wowzers. I have a similar feeling that she struggles with a lot of what I struggle with as far as this all goes. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out for her. It's definitely inspired me to move forward and try and figure out like what I need to do. I'm really bad about taking medicine. I'm really bad about doing a lot of things, but I'm terrible about taking medicine, mostly because I forget, and then I'm just like, well, so I set a timer every day and I take my medicine every single day, and I plan on taking it for however long I need it, like forever. Not forever, but I need it. I need medicine. I hate that I need it, but I need it. Like, I really do need it, especially in the times that we're living in right now. Like, I will not be able to survive like this pandemic or survive life in 2021 without meds. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I've tried real hard. I have tried really, really hard. I've gave it a really good effort. But it's just, I don't know, it's just all very, very, very interesting. I'm still learning a lot. I'm learning about executive functioning, and like, there's just, it all is like clicking. Everything is clicking and making sense. And now I just need to like hone in on my superpower, because it can be like a superpower. When I hyper focus, you guys, I can do anything, but I have to like figure, I have to hone in on this superpower and get my mind clear and functioning well, so that I can be my very best self. And this probably is all over the place, but now I can say it's the ADHD, because it kind of probably is, who knows. So that's what it is. I'm not sad about it. I know a lot of people who get diagnosed with this later in life mourn the life that they could have had. I had a really good run. I've had a really good run. I always knew I struggled with like keeping my room clean and finishing and completing tasks. Anything that I didn't want to do, I just couldn't do, if that makes any sense. And it always felt, I think, to a lot of people like I was just, like I said, lazy or uninterested, or just, you know, I don't know the words. If you know the words, tell me what the words are. But it's not like that. It's just like my brain, like, I didn't retain any information in high school. It's so funny when I'm around my friends or my family and they're like talking about like geography, or hold on, what was I saying? I think it was like, yeah, people mourn the life that they could have had. I think my life would have been different for sure if somebody would have pointed out that, or realized that I had ADHD. I kept telling my mom, it's so funny, I'm like, I wonder if nobody ever thought to like do the testing for it. Not my mom, but like a psychologist or whoever, because I was fat. I don't know if that's a logical reasoning, but I feel like a lot of people think ADHD is like you're running and bouncing off the walls, and because like I'm a fat girl, that couldn't possibly be it. I lived in the 90s, the very early 90s. I was born in 1990, so it was just different back then. So I don't know if that's true. I'm probably overthinking that. Maybe I just didn't present those signs, but like my whole life, it was like teachers are like, she's so talented, she's so smart, but she talks too much, she can't focus. I don't know how many times, you guys, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. All of my report cards, my whole life, were like, she talks too much. Shocking. I do. Like, I did. I could not, it's just, I talk too much right now. There's just so many things I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to figure out like how I can be the best version of myself with this new information, because I'm still myself. It doesn't change how I'm living my life currently. Maybe medication will, I don't really know, but I'm definitely grateful that I went ahead and like followed my gut instinct and got a diagnosis. It's very, what's the word? It's gratifying. It's like solidifies that I have reasonings for my struggles. I don't know. And I remember what I was saying before, this in my brain. Yeah, when people talk about, I retain nothing in school. That's what I was saying. I retain nothing in school. Like, I have no concept of geography or anything like I just, if it wasn't interesting to me, I know nothing about it. There were classes that were interesting to me, and that information I have, it's locked in for life. The only classes that were super interesting to me were like my childcare classes that I did. And I had kids, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. How well does that work out for me? Thank God, right? But yeah, that's where I'm at. I have ADHD. I'm a grown-up with ADHD. It's all new to me. I'm figuring it out along the way, and I'll obviously share like bits and pieces of what I'm doing and how I'm moving forward. It's still kind of a lot to process. It's a lot to process, but it's not in a bad way. It's just in a way where I just wasn't, I don't know. It's just interesting to me that I've lived my whole life thinking there was like something wrong with me. Like, I'm just this lazy girl and I can't, like, why can't I do this when everybody else has no problem doing this? And there's a reason, like my executive functioning is not firing off. Like there's things in my brain that aren't the same as some people. So I'm still me, and it doesn't change my personality. It's very interesting. I'm interested to see like where we go moving forward with therapy and medication and all that jazz. So I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I did get a lot of emails and messages and texts and like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And last time you put a video out, you said, I'm going to a psychiatrist. I'm fine. And I am currently medicated. Love that for me. 2021, right? And I will share moving forward, like all the stuff. But in the like near future, Ella starts school in a couple days. And it's a little scary, I'm not gonna lie, because we live in Florida and I have to say less, you know what I mean? But we are very hopeful moving forward that everything's gonna be good and that we're all gonna be safe and healthy, God willing. And I will share more of this journey along with you, but that's it. I have ADHD. Let me know down below, any fellow ADHDers out there, some tips on how to like live life not chaotically. Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for caring about me and showing me so much love and understanding and kindness. You guys are always amazing to me and my family, and we so appreciate it. We will see you guys in the next video. I will see you in the next video. We will see you in the next video. Bye.